Hey friends, it's Miss Chaos. Welcome back to my channel and my third video of reflecting on my week. So, first things first, here's a major new upgrade to my channel. A microphone, a better microphone, of course, to be able to communicate better. A commenter expressively recommended that I get a new microphone so that you can all hear me better, and I thought that was a great idea. But at the same time, I was sort of trying to figure out what is the budget, what is the pricing, what kind of model that I should get, when I remember that I actually have a microphone in my wire stash. I'm sure you know what I mean by saying a big plastic container of doodads and gizmos and thingamajiggies where you have random HDMI cable in there and some like a charger cord. I went through that and I found this that I got many years ago when I first started to think about recording and gaming videos. In fact, I do have some gaming videos way back when, but I don't know if I'll be posting them now. I will be posting some of the Baldur's Gate 3 videos I've been recording lately. I went back to it. I clocked over 200 hours on that game when it first came out, and then I realized, having zero background and not having played Baldur's Gate 1 or 2, I sort of got distanced away from it, and then recently found my passion again, so I'm starting again with a custom character. It's been super fun. So once I spend the time over the next month to edit some of that, I will be posting that. I guess I may create a new playlist for that, who knows. Anyway, I found this microphone and yet another microphone. Yes, I had multiple microphones that I did not know the existence. It happens often when it's one of my belongings that I sometimes forget. I often forget. So I found it. It's like I got a new gift for myself. That's great. So I hope this allows me to communicate and reach out to my viewers better on my channel. Now let's talk about my week. This week was a rough one, solely because of my fault. I had a very, very important function of a friend that I had to attend, the one that I've been preparing for over perhaps a month, that I've been looking forward to. My presence was very much required. So for the past at least a week, I've been thinking incessantly about it. I grabbed whatever I needed from the stores days beforehand and exchanged messages with a friend just to confirm that, yes, that is the day. It's good to go. On that day, I woke up extra early and I got to the location as soon as I could. In fact, an hour before the supposed timeline. Well, first things first, it was 1:30, but I mistook it as 12:30. I don't know why. But I got there early, so I stayed there for a good 2 to 3 hours because I know that I could be late. I sometimes, many times, time management is really tricky, especially getting someplace on time. So, been there for many hours reading, and 10 minutes before the actual the actual schedule, and 10 minutes before the deadline, I find out that I'm at the wrong city. And 10 minutes before the time, 10 minutes before the exact time of the event, and 10 minutes before the time of the event, I find out that I am in the wrong city. Because, an example, if you're supposed to meet up with a friend at a mall, there are malls in each city, yeah? And you would probably check with your friend, if your friend lives in a different city, whether you want to meet at this mall or that mall. It would be intuitive. It wasn't for me because I made the assumption that we would be meeting at a location that is closer to her home, therefore in the city. But if I really look back on it, I can see how I overlooked the signs of my mistake just because I guess I didn't think about that. I was so sure in my I had such conviction in my plan that I overlooked the fact that I made the assumption to not ask. Thankfully, however, there was no hiccup in terms of the proceeding of the event. So that was the very first question I asked when I got on the phone call. Are you okay? Are you going to be? Is this going to go okay? And without any further delay. And yes, that was the case. And afterwards, after the event, I still met up with a friend and watched the videos and such. So you can say that I was at the event in spirit. Honestly, I'm just thankful that my mistake didn't affect the plan, the proceeding of the plan. Of course, my friend was sorry to miss me, and I was too, but essentially, I have to have the mindset that I have to look on the bright side, and I do want to look on the bright side. Otherwise, I would just continue to feel so terrible about myself and loathe myself for days on end for a mistake that already has happened. So I have apologized, of course, profusely. And most importantly, I have reflected on it and written in my journal. This is one of the reasons I had to start my journal, because otherwise I would have the tendency to just shame myself nonstop without actually thinking through it and analyzing the source of that mistake. Because I have done that, I feel like I am better equipped to avoid similar mistakes in the future. So there was that. And then what else happened this week? I volunteered at a food bank. Not something that I can sign up this week, but definitely something that I did register last year. Yeah, fall of last year, I went through the whole process of applying, and not the interview, but the registration. I have to submit my criminal background check, of course. And I wanted to make it a regular thing, but I got really busy. Well, not busy, but my time management skill was not being able to keep up with juggling all that work, full-time work, and then volunteering and exercising and all that. But I still wanted to, so I checked my record. The last time I volunteered was in February, so I came back to it right early this week, and contributed 4 hours of food distribution in my city. And it's every time I go, it's so rewarding. And also it sort of feeds off my strength too, because it requires a bit of quick math and organization skills with all the stock. And just interacting with the clients, just saying good morning, hello, and hope you have a good rest of your day. And some of them also thank me for being there for my service. And all in all, 10 out of 10 will always do it. This is irrelevant, but I also got a t-shirt with the shift that I did this week for the amount of hours I contributed. Not that I actually knew about that such swag existed. I've seen some volunteers wear it, but I thought it was more like an opportunistic thing. So it's good that I'll be repping as a member more officially. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, ups and downs. There's no good or bad. Every time I think of something, I find myself thinking of something as good or bad, I remind myself that's still in my mindset. Everything can be good. Therefore, if I can train myself to think that way. Yeah. So for the next little while in the summer, I am humbled and so privileged to be able to stay with my friend and spending more time with someone that I used to be very I am very close with this person, but this person also moved, so I don't get as many chances to see them. I'll be spending time. I might even go to a water park, which I haven't done so in years, but it sounds fun overall. I think having worked the project and having finished hard work through the month of July gives me more pride and more inclination to be able to enjoy my summer. Well, my summer consists of August, basically. I'm sure it is for a lot of people. Now, before I go, there is one question that my subscriber asked from the last video. I was talking about in my last video and how to be authentically myself, and how I was pleased to find that I didn't have to be somebody I felt like I wasn't at work by being able to take care of myself better. And the question was, do I feel like I'm imposing to be someone else on camera, like on here? And the answer is happily no. In fact, I have tried to record myself in front of the camera a few times over the years, because I've always had the inclination to communicate. But at that time, I was so riddled with insecurities and fear, most of all fear, that I could not be authentically myself. I know so because I have shown this to my friends and they have commented on that. And I didn't feel comfortable presenting myself as who I didn't feel like I was. So you can say that I've tried to do the work to open up more and be presenting my authentic self more before I had the urge to even post anything. So thank you for asking, and thank you for watching. It's Miss Chaos. See you next week.